Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I've got a little tea talk video to share with you guys. I've got my Ireland mug that I picked up when I was in Ireland in August. And in that mug I've got some David's tea. I've got the Mother's Helper tea in there. It is so good. The main ingredient is peppermint, which is just so soothing. And then it's got lemongrass and all kinds of other really good for you ingredients. And this tea, I love it. So if you have a David's tea near you, definitely check it out. Not sponsored, although I wish. You hear that, universe? Maybe someday. Can you hear that? It's my daughter up playing her flute. She's playing ABBA songs. Anyway, yeah, I just want to hop on, do a quick talk about some things that are going on right now, and enjoy a mug of tea with you. So cheers, you guys. Still a little hot. Anyway, the first thing I wanted to talk about is I live in Alberta, as you may know, and it's election day here today. We are voting for our new premier, and it's just a really important election for Alberta, which for my American friends watching, I think that's the equivalent of your governor, kind of the leader of the province or state in your case. So yeah, Alberta is this province that has a lot of really specific kind of special needs that a lot of the other provinces don't have. I'm also from Newfoundland, and that's another province that has a lot of very specific needs. And I feel like Alberta and Newfoundland kind of have that in common, in that they need a special kind of leader to be able to represent them properly on the federal stage. So it's a stressful kind of day while we wait to see what's going to happen for Alberta. So cross your fingers that whatever the best outcome is what happens. Also kind of newsy sort of topics. Yesterday, you guys, watching that Notre Dame Cathedral burn, that just shook me right to my core. That was so upsetting. So upsetting. And on Twitter there were videos of Parisians gathering around the cathedral and singing for hours and hours, and that made me so emotional to see that such a crazy thing. And the buildings over there in Europe, we have no concept of how old these buildings are, because we're such young countries here in Canada and America. We're baby countries compared to Europe. And when you think that cathedral's been there for hundreds and hundreds, almost 900 years, and it's been through the Black Plague and 2 world wars and just all the things it's been through. And now for something so simple, an accident, to catch it on fire like that, it's just heartbreaking. But I was reading that they were able to save the artwork, the crown of thorns, and the sort of heart of the church is made of stone, so that was untouched. The cross inside, a lot of the stained glass windows were fine. So that's very good to hear. I can't imagine what that must have been like to see in person. Also, getting ready to go to town. We leave on Friday, so I've been starting to pack a bit. I still haven't really processed in my mind that we're going. I hate traveling, the act of going to the airport, getting on the plane, getting off the plane. I hate it, especially when customs is involved. It causes a lot of anxiety. So I'm very excited to be there, but not so excited to travel there. So yeah, our plane leaves on Saturday, but we're gonna go in on Friday, get a hotel near the airport, because it's a bit of a drive to get to the airport. It's about a 2-hour drive from where we live, and the plane leaves very early Saturday morning. So cheers to international travel. speaking of that, I've also been, well, today I'm going to be, and tomorrow, filming videos to go up while I'm gone next week. So you'll still have videos, at least 2. I'm hoping to get 3 done, but you'll at least have 2. And then when I get back, there'll be vlogs and probably a little haul. So, yeah. What else? What else can we talk about? As you know, Game of Thrones started on Sunday. I'm not going to bore you anymore with talking about Game of Thrones because I have a whole dedicated video up on my channel about it. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. But yes, just very excited that it's back. Can't wait to see where it goes. We're just about to finish up Lost for the 2nd time. So good. Can't wait. Have any of you watched Quicksand on Netflix? I keep seeing that every time I'm sort of scrolling around, and I'm wondering, would you recommend it if you've seen it? Also, any Netflix recommendations you have would be great. This past weekend, I saw a lot of YouTubers and whatnot talking on Twitter and Instagram about Coachella. Every year, I see them talk about it, post pictures, and it just sounds like an absolute nightmare situation. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe when I was, 20 years old, I would have thought that was real exciting. But honestly, every time I hear people talk about it, I'm just like, that sounds like an absolute nightmare. The crowds, the noise, not my scene. But again, I'm 37 years old. So that might have something to do with it. But I do love seeing what people wear because the outfits to Coachella, and I guess any festival in general, but the outfits are so outrageous that I absolutely love seeing them because some are just gorgeous and some are just hilarious because they're so outrageous. But no matter what, I give people props for putting those outfits together and going and living their lives in them because that's pretty fun. But yeah, Coachella itself seems like a nightmare. Yeah, so cheers to that. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever gone. I'd love to hear about your experience. Was it good? Was it bad? Because I love concerts and seeing shows live and whatnot, but the crowds, all those kids. Also, I did want to ask some advice in that, like I said, I'll be down in America and I'll be near a pretty major center. And so I'm wondering, I'm trying to sort of compile a list in my head of stores I need to go to because I live in small town. And I want to make sure I check out stores that I don't have here so I can check out brands that aren't available. So like Ulta. Ulta is number 1 at the top of the list. We don't have Ulta in Canada. And I want to check it out. I know they sell ColourPop in the Ulta stores. Is that right? So I can't wait to check that out. And check out even like drugstore brands that we can't get here. Like Milani and things like that. So yeah, tell me, where should I go? What brands should I, at the very least, take a look at? I'm excited to experience things like that. What is your bookstore chain down there? Like up here we have Chapters / Indigo. What is your book chain down there? Is it Barnes & Noble? Is that right? I know I could Google all these things, but I want to hear it from you guys. I want your specific personal recommendations. And yeah, I also want to check out like TJ Maxx. I know some of the big cities here in Canada have TJ Maxx, but I don't live near one. And like Marshalls and things like that. We have Winners, which I'm pretty sure is from the same company. But yeah, I want to see TJ Maxx. Okay, you guys, I feel like I'm just rambling on at this point. So one final cheers. Also, before I go, I still haven't checked out Pet Sematary yet. It's still playing in town. I might go see it this week. But when I was going to last week, my daughter still wasn't feeling good, so I just stayed home with her. I didn't want to leave her. She kept saying, it's fine, you can go, but she was still white as a sheet and just miserable, so I didn't want to leave her. But, yeah. I also really want to see Us from Jordan Peele. I've heard that's amazing. That might even be higher up on my list than Pet Sematary to see, but that one, of course, didn't come to my local theater. So again, maybe when I'm down in America, if it's still playing, I'll check it out. Who can say? And I think my sister and I are gonna have a girls' night out, which I can't wait to do that. So, yeah. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I will see you on Friday with another book talk video, and then I will see you all next week in pre-filmed videos. Okay. Take care, guys, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.